Hey guys, Uncle Ray, welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and I give you the non-biased information you can use to make informed decisions. Guys, I truly believe if you have the right understanding and the right information, this is the biggest opportunity in history for the average person to change their financial future. I can't be more bullish. And in this video, I'm going to try to give you as much alpha to help you along that journey that we're currently in and what we have to come. Because right now, my emails are blowing up with my coaching clients, and they're saying, should I be going all in or should I be taking profits? Well, you got to have a game plan, guys. And that's what we're going to talk about right now because the FOMO and the FUD is kicking in. Now, I truly believe we are in the Trump hump. Now, is this Trump hump about to end or is it going to extend? Well, I'm going to talk about the probabilities and we're going to go through some charts that are indicator charts to help you with that decision of what to do. Now, also, if you stay with me to the end of this video, I'm going to give you two trades I'm about to put on. One is Solana and one is XRP. And I could be wrong, but you should at least watch this. If nothing else, try to learn and get the alpha that's going to hopefully help you be in the 10% that make money in crypto. Because if you didn't know, 90% of all people that trade crypto lose money. That's why it's so profitable for the 10%. And that's what I want for you guys. So hit the like button and let's get started. Is it time to buy? Time to sell? Where are we? All right. One indicator chart that you really need to understand is called others. You can go to TradingView, type in others, and that is the chart of where the altcoins are, mainly the smaller ones. Everything excluding the top 10, the big blue chips. So the odds are this chart kind of will go with your portfolio if you don't own a lot of the blue chips. Now, that's an extremely bullish chart. However, if you look at this blue line, that's going to show you where the market's probably going to come back to. I play probabilities. Probabilities are normally around 70 to 90%. Well, those are better odds than just flipping a coin or having those odds against you. Now, a lot of people would look at this chart and go, that is so bullish. I should be buying more. Look at that green candle. Look at these green candles. What's the difference? This was altcoin season. This isn't. I believe this is from the Trump hump. And the money is going to start going back into Bitcoin. And it's time to take some profits off the table. So hear me out. Why do I say that? Well, let's look at the charts. This is Bitcoin dominance. See that blue line? Bitcoin is bouncing off that blue line, telling you it looks like it's going to continue going up. So we know we're not in altcoin season now, which it could change tomorrow morning. But until Bitcoin dominance starts to go down and it definitely breaks this line, we are not in altcoin season. And the odds are the big money is going to keep going into Bitcoin. Now, check this out. You really need to understand USDT dominance. That's the biggest stable coin on the planet. And look at this red line. Guys, this is just probabilities, but you need to understand what I'm going to show. This might be the most important chart you can ever understand. Look at these red lines. That's what you want to see because that means that people are taking their money out of stable coins, putting it into altcoins. That's why we all got this pump in the last like 2 weeks. Now, if you use this chart and this line as a guide, what do you think is going to happen? Odds are, being that this goes back to 2017, we've never broke this line, we're probably going to bounce. Well, when we get a bounce, That's people taking profits, putting it back into USDT like I've been doing for the last 3 days. Hopefully that makes sense. But guys, you really want to understand this. And when this starts to fall like a rock, the odds are we are in altcoin season and you start taking those profits. All right. Look at this right here, guys. This is the total market cap excluding the top 10. And this is the dominant side of it. So it's just like the other one. It's called the others, and it's the dominance. Well, this is what this chart has been doing for the last week. It's been going straight up, but look at that blue line. It just broke it. Statistically, what's that tell you? It tells you that the run may be coming to an end. Anything's possible, but really the next stop could be down in here. So that means, guys, if you got some profits, you might want to consider taking some off the table. Now, what else we got? Now, this is another thing. I did a video, and I'll leave a link at the end. This is Fear and Greed Index, guys. It's at 90%. I did a video months ago, and I said, if you just sold every time it got up and about right here, like above 78, and if you bought when it got over here, like say 24%, you would do incredibly well. Would you leave some money on the table? Absolutely. Would you miss some stuff? Absolutely. But here's my concern. And if you've been in crypto for a little while, most people have not got back the money they left on the table from March when the fear and greed index was way up in here. Remember that, guys? Everybody thought, oh, now it's altcoin season. All the FOMO went crazy. And most people who had some good projects were doing extremely well. 2X's, 6X's, and things like that. Wasn't explosive like altcoin season, but the bull run was really looking good. And most people didn't take profits. Well, look where we're at now. This is the highest the fear and greed index has been in a long, long time. Well, that tells me it's time to take some profits. Remember this, guys, if the majority were right, the majority would be rich. And the majority, 90% of people, are going to be wrong. They lose money in crypto. Remember that every time you go channel to channel and they're just talking about the FOMO. All right. That being said, this is a rule of thumb, and guys, this is going to help you a lot. Whether you agree with me or not, just hear me out and try to understand what I want to share with you. All right, this is Solana. I'm about to short Solana. So there's two things I want to show you about this chart. Guys, when you get a big green candles like this, no matter what, in my opinion, take some profits. And the majority of the time, it's going to come back. Well, this is the perfect storm for a short. Now, it's a little risky because we're basically at the point of breaking Solana's all-time high. So when it gets through there and it forms a base, it's going to go a lot higher. But this is a trade. But guys, I can't even comprehend wanting to buy Solana at these prices. Hear me out. Statistically, and the odds are if you've been a trader and been around for a while, even if a Solana is going to break its all-time high and go 3x higher, normally what you can expect is a ton of resistance. You're going to have a ton of buyers and sellers right here. You got the market makers understanding how people draw charts. So the odds are it's going to try to run through it and it's going to get rejected. And it may do that 2 or 3 times. Well, if you're a trader, you can sell short over and over again. Now, if you're a buyer, the odds are they're going to whipsaw everyone right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't push Solana back down to, 200, 206 right there is going to be a big amount of liquidity. If they break it anywhere to here, it could go all the way down. I know people don't believe this, but Solana could break, and I don't think this is going to happen, but it could break down to like 129, 130, something like that. I don't think that's going to happen, but I really believe there's a better chance of Solana going back toward 200 than say 250 or not 250, but say 300 for whatever that's worth. So if you have profits, guys, take a handful. Take a handful, see what that feels like, because the odds of this thing, posting 2 or 3 green candles over and over from this point on are very slim. Doesn't mean it can't happen. And if I put this short on and I get stopped out, I'm just going to put it on again. And if I get stopped out, I'm going to put it on again, because I have no doubt that the higher this thing pushes through, the better the short will be. For whatever that's worth, guys. And again, I can't be more bullish. Now, this is XRP, guys, and I get more hate talking about the reality of XRP. But guys, it's one of my by far favorite projects. I trade it constantly. And it's because I understand it. And I understand Ripple. And I understand the FOMO. And I understand the news cycle. And I understand the XRP army. And I know from trading XRP probably really aggressively for over a year. I mean, it's by far, I've put on thousands of XRP trades, that when you see a pump like this, there's 2 things that have worked for me. I know it's not going to maintain that pump because Ripple's going to dump. That being said, the last time Ripple dumped was on the 1st. So there's 2 things that can happen. XRP can keep going. It can pull back, which I believe there's almost, I mean, I can't, for XRP not to pull back and test the dollar will totally shock me. I think for me, that's got to be at least above a 90% chance. Now, it could pull back to $1 and then run again, right? But the higher it runs and it gets closer to the end of the month or the 1st of next month, where I know Ripple's going to step in with like 300 million tokens and dump like they do every single month. I've shorted XRP at the 1st of the month, or actually the last day of the month going into the new month, 4 out of the last 5 months. And the only reason I didn't short it this month, and the short would have worked, was because it was beat down so much. It was at 53 cents, and I really didn't think that when Ripple dumped, it would push it that much lower, and I didn't like the risk reward. But this right here is a no-brainer. I'm going to watch the charts, and I'm definitely going to short XRP right in here somewhere. And that's a perfect example right there. If I would have not been so busy, to short XRP at 125 and ride it back down to $1 is almost a no-brainer. It doesn't get any better than that. So keep that down. Write what I said down, guys. Watch it. Not saying it's going to happen, but in my opinion, I'll be extremely shocked if XRP doesn't go back down to say 78 cents, probably in the next 2 weeks. It definitely by say December the 5th. I'd be extremely shocked if XRP doesn't break $1 before the next month. And why do I say that? Now, this is just some alpha, especially for people that trade a lot. You'll understand this. And guys, this is not FUD on XRP. This is all projects. This is just the way charts and probabilities work. When you get to a price point of like $1 with XRP, that is massive support. It's a massive psychological area, right? Everyone is going to get extremely bullish if XRP can hold $1. Now, that being said, why do I feel so comfortable saying it's probably going to break down and not hold that support? Now, it may hold it long term, but I believe it's going to be broken. And here's why. The big boys, the market makers, the smart money understands all these technical guys, all the small fish in the world. They understand that they're going to be buying at $1 when they show that it can hold that support. Well, they can throw their money and their weight behind that, and they can run all those stops. And they stop all those people out that were buying at $1, push it down to about 78 cents, taken to the moon. That's how it works, guys. Now, that's just on a trade. That being said, guys, I say this with love. If you, even if you don't have profits in XRP, which a lot of people don't, it's been going down for 7 straight years. Hey, grab a handful, because the odds are, if you say have $10,000 for the XRP and you just doubled your money and you got, what, $25,000 basically in a week, the odds are, if you don't take some of that, you're going to give probably, 50% of that back. No matter what, I feel comfortable you're probably going to give 30% back. Why would you want to do that? Nothing goes straight up and just keeps printing these green candles until altcoin season. If this was altcoin season and you wanted to buy that breakout, heck yes, it would probably be a good time to do it. Anyway, guys, hopefully this was some good alpha for you. Here's my thought process. I believe we're going to have a washout because of all these indicators. The smart money is going to be taking profits, putting it in stable coins. And I believe that most people will have will have less money, less profit in crypto, say in 2 weeks, than they do right now if they don't take a lot of those profits. Again, guys, I could be wrong. Now, as far as the people that are not heavily invested, like I am nowhere close to being all in, but I do have some good positions that I'm taking profits from, and I'm not adding to them. I'm just taking profits right now. Could I get have the market run out away from me? Yes, but I'm okay with that because I still have a good amount. But guys, you don't chase green candles unless it's altcoin season. And then it's extremely risky, but you don't have much of a choice. Right now, we are not in altcoin season. I believe we're in the Trump pump and the news is out. What's next, right? Bitcoin's just growing and growing and growing. Bitcoin dominance is growing. And guys, when the big boys come in and start taking their profits from these smaller altcoins, you're probably getting a pullback. Now, that being said, if you don't have a game plan or you don't know how to dollar cost average in or how to take profits or whatever you need help with, I do one-on-one coaching. It's only $250 for 3 Zoom or phone calls. I think it'll help you out a lot. Now, if whether you take me up on that or not, do yourself a favor, guys, and this is not financial advice, but get a game plan and take profits or you'll become the prophet. So, one other thing I want to say to you guys, if the majority were right, the majority be rich. So keep that in mind when the FOMO gets crazy, and take your time right now and start educating yourself. Get a list of the projects you want to buy on the pullbacks because it is time to buy, but you don't buy on big green candle days or weeks. You wait till the pullback. And as we know, study history, guys, we're constantly getting pullbacks. We're going to have probably 9 pullbacks throughout 2026. So if you're taking profits and buying the dips, you should do extremely well. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Hit the like button. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And guys, subscribe and be part of this community. And I've got a really good chart reading video coming out. All right, guys. Good luck to all of us. Again, can't be more bullish. Take care.